Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dharani. In this channel, I'm going to teach you some of the tricks which help you to draw realistic portrait arts. As you can see here, this is one of my recent charcoal realistic art. You can see realistic effect in these arts like background, eyes, upper layer, hand folding, nails, etc. I'm sure that after following my channel, within no time, even you can draw realistic art like this. So let's get started. In this video, I'm going to share you some tips and mainly 3 beginners mistakes which you have to avoid completely to get realistic effects. Coming to the charcoal arts, I'm using these Camlin charcoal pencils, hard, neutral and soft pencils. So let me show you how this works. I'm taking this hard pencil first. And now I'm going to blend it with a round brush. Now I'm taking this neutral pencil. Again going to blend it with a brush. Now finally I'm taking this soft pencil. And blend it with a brush. You can also blend it by using stumps. Before explanation, I'm going to name these so that we don't get confused. Hard pencil, neutral and soft. As you can see here, soft pencil is more darker than neutral and hard. Neutral pencil is lighter than soft pencil and darker than hard pencil. Hard is completely light in color than neutral and soft. Okay, here there are 3 shades, and even in this video I am going to show you 3 beginners mistakes and try to avoid these mistakes completely to get hyper realistic effects. Okay, and the first mistake is using these 2 darker colors for your outlines. So always remember that hard pencil is light in color, so it can be blended easily, but neutral and soft are not light in color. So never use these 2 pencils for your outlines like face outlines, neck outlines, etc. As you can see here, face outlines, hand outlines, nails, eyes, outer borders, etc. Okay? If you use, you can't get realistic effects. Okay? Always remember. Another most common mistake which you have to avoid completely is using graphite and charcoal at the same time. You should never use graphite and charcoal at the same time. So let me show you what happens if you use it at the same time. For this I am taking neutral pencil and I am going to shade it. Now I'm using graphite on the charcoal. As you can see, it became so messy, right? And let us try by first shading graphite. And now I'm using charcoal on this. As you can see, when you use these two at a time, it becomes so messy and it will never gives you realistic effect. This is because charcoal always repels graphite. So never use these two at same time. Okay, always remember this. And while coming to the shading part, always remember. And third mistake is particles while shading. So always remember when you are shading or blending the art, it should never contain any particles. So I will show you what happens if you contain any particles while you are shading. Just give me a minute. Yeah, as you can see, I just take some particles to show you what happens. See, this is particle. See, observe carefully. While you have particles in the shading part, it will give you thin and messy lines, and this will never give you realistic effects. Okay, always remember this. So when you don't have any particles, sorry, even here we do contain some particles. See, this is how it look while you're shading. If you contain particles, that particles give you thin and fine lines. So even if you try to erase the particles and again if you try to shade that part again, it will become so messy and it will destroy your complete artwork. Okay, so make sure that when you're shading you don't contain any particles to avoid this messiness. Okay, and the most important tip I was about to share with you is you have to use your eraser to get realistic effects, not to rectify your mistakes. Okay, always remember this. So let me show you. If you use eraser in your shading part and when you try to blend it again, see, as you can see, it starts to become so messy, and if you use eraser in your shading part it will never gives you realistic effects. Okay, and always remember to avoid these three things to get hyper realistic portrait arts. Okay, and get ready to draw and shade different interesting arts with me from my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.